Hear Something Good from the Seneca Women Podcast Network and iHeartRadio is a great way to start your day on the positive side of life. Brought to you in partnership with Bounty Paper Towels. Check out our episode on home hygiene. It has excellent advice from a doctor who's an infectious disease specialist, and you'll also get some great cleaning tips from Bounty Paper Towels. They not only make cleaning more convenient, but they also leave your surfaces cleaner than used dishcloths, and they're disposable. For great advice and tips, listen to the Here's Something Good podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
We are so close to all being together, we can sense it. From hearts beating out of our chest, baby scents that whisper, I love you, to hugs and kisses from childhood. Because getting closer and closer together is priceless. Learn more about the COVID-19 vaccines at mastercard.us/getvacsupport and start something priceless.
Thanks for listening to the best of the Odd Couple podcast. Be sure to catch us live every weekday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, 4 to 7 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Find your local station for the Odd Couple at foxsportsradio.com or stream us live every day on the iHeartRadio app by searching FSR.
You're listening to the best of the Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
I have said this several times now, but it bears repeating. It is worth repeating. I hate all the injuries like everybody else. Mm-hmm. LeBron, AD, Chris Paul, who had COVID. We know he's back. Kawhi Leonard. We could go on and on. Mm-hmm. I hate all the injuries. But these playoffs have been outstanding. Outstanding. And I think this is good for the league, because young stars are emerging. So next year when the season starts, we're going to be checking for LeBron. We're going to be checking for Durant. We're going to be checking for Kawhi and Giannis and the usual suspects. But now there's a new crew of cats. Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Ja Morant, that dudes will be looking at to see how they stack up against the old guard. And none of the young cats are we going to be watching any more than Mr. Trae Young.
Ha.
Trae Young, bro, is doing his thing. Last night, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, you would think third season, really should be a senior in college. That's what he'd be. And he drops 48 points, 11 assists, and leads the 5th-seeded Atlanta Hawks to a victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to turn it over to you to let you roll. What we're seeing from Trae Young is virtually unprecedented. Now, he's still got work to do, but I'm talking about if he actually leads these Atlanta Hawks past the Milwaukee Bucks, this will be unprecedented. I am astonished by what I am seeing from Trae Young, because we haven't seen anybody, and with all due respect to his supporting cast, but it's mundane. It's nondescript. John Collins can ball, but I'm just saying he doesn't have much of a supporting cast, and he is killing folks. And you can't blame injuries, because New York wasn't injured. Okay, they weren't that good. All right. But Philadelphia wasn't injured. Joel Embiid, meniscus injury, but he played through it, and he put up numbers. And Milwaukee's not injured. He is going through the 3 best defenses in the NBA or in the Eastern Conference and giving them 30 and 10 every night. You have to go back, and I don't even think these match up, but to get anything close to what he's doing as a one guy leading his team, you have to go back to 2007, LeBron James, 4th season, 22 years old, leading the Cavaliers of Eric Snow and, Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Larry Hughes, Drew Gooden.
Yeah, and Hughes even was hurt at points in that playoff run.
Yep.
And he led them to the finals, past the Bad Boys remix, to the NBA Finals. Or you go back to 2001, Allen Iverson, when he led the Philadelphia 76ers to the NBA Finals. But he had Defensive Player of the Year, Dikembe Mutombo, Coach of the Year in Larry Brown. They were the number 1 seed, so they weren't sneaking up on anybody. Trae Young's in his 3rd year, one-time All-Star, never been an All-NBA player. We have not seen anything like this run, and if he completes it, it'll be pretty much unprecedented. I got to give him love, bro. He's balling.
Well, you know me, man. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, of course, the Vanilla Brothers, we back. We running sports, man. Like, I'm trying to tell everybody. I've been saying it for years and years. But another thing, too, about
for those that don't know, VJ is a light-skinned brother like myself. He calls himself, because VJ does a lot.
Yeah.
You comedy, you do all that stand-up comedy. Rob and I have gone to see you. You do a great job.
Thank you.
And you call yourself what? Go ahead and introduce your name.
I'm VJ Vernon Husky, a.k.a. the Big Vanilla Funny. I'm the Vanilla Shaq. I'm the Blue-Eye Barkley, the Creamy Kobe, Mr. Never Shut Up, and VA's Top Talk Boy. I'm the Big Vanilla Color Card, because sometimes in sports you got to play the color card, and when you do, I'm your Big Vanilla Color Card dealer. But on to Trae Young.
That was I like that. The Blue-Eye Barkley?
Oh, yeah, I'm the Blue-Eye Barkley, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the creamy Kobe, baby. I'm the Vanilla Shaq.
Creamy Kobe. You like the creamy 2 Kobe's.
Yeah,
but it's all
good. But also, too, with that AI team, man, don't forget, 6th Man of the Year, Aaron McKee. So I always hate that narrative that he drug bums to the finals, because that's just not true. Yeah, exactly. But people say that.
But keep it real. It wasn't. He didn't have, other than Mutombo, who we know is in the Hall of Fame, he's a great defensive player. That was no other stars, really. And Mutombo was a very limited star. He was like a Rudy Gobert kind of.
Yeah, Shaq ran. Yeah, Shaq ran. Once he got the Shaq ran through him.
Shaq demolished.
Yeah, Shaq
But
demolished
you know what I'm
him.
saying? It was shooters, catch and shoot guys, defenders, grinders, that type of thing.
Yeah, but I think it's more comparable to the LeBron James. And I know, me being a big LeBron James hater, that people are like, what? He's giving LeBron prop? Yeah, because LeBron did drag that team that you mentioned, Larry Hughes, Big Z, Eric Snow, which ironically Eric Snow played on both those teams, the 01 AI team and then the 07 Cavaliers with LeBron's, and then Drew Gooden. And LeBron did go through Detroit with the magnificent Game 5 at the Palace that won that Game 5 and swung that series back to Cleveland. They finished them off in 6 and went to the finals until they ran into Pop and the Spurs, and we all know what happened there. But I think it's more comparable to that team, because I thought AI did have a better supporting cast, and AI won the MVP. So you had the MVP, 6th Man, Coach of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year all on one team that year, and LeBron had to carry a 50 and 32 Cavs teams. But what Trae Young's doing is, I wasn't sold on him, but I wasn't against him. I always tell people, listen, let me fill guys out. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, let me fill guys out, man. Can't judge guys off 1-2 years. Give me a few years. Let me see what they do if the franchise puts some pieces around them. But with this supporting cast, like, let's get real. Like you said, Collins can ball, but Capella's limited. I heard her. I watch her. I watch a lot of college hoops. You watch college hoops. I watched them at Maryland. It wasn't nothing special. Jumped off the screen. He can get some buckets. But what he's doing is kind of feeding off Trae. What Trae Young's doing is what Steph did for the Golden State Warriors. What he does is,
he don't have Clay.
No, but it's feeding it to his team. He ain't got Clay, but Herter shooting like him.
I wouldn't go that far.
I didn't say he was Clay, Chris. I'm just saying.
He ain't Clay.
No, he ain't. Well, Mama call him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. And he back, too, with the headband and the afro shooting the ABA ball. I love that clip that came out the other day. But looking like Jackie Moon. But I love what he's doing. And I have fallen for Trae Young. I am a Trae Young fan. I'm putting it out there right now.
So let me ask you this then.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm digging Trae, too. Yeah. Is he a superstar?
Yes.
See, I disagree. He's clearly on his way. I think he's a star. But I just need to see it for a more sustained period of time. Now, if he wins the championship, all bets are off. Of course he's a superstar. But we're talking really about 1 month of tremendous basketball. Now, I know he's put up numbers basically since he stepped into the league, but they were numbers on losing teams. And it is like a few weeks ago when the All-NBA team was named. People were like, hold up. Where's Donovan Mitchell? Hold up. Where's Devin Booker? Mm-hmm. Now, I had Devin Booker on my second team, Donovan Mitchell on my third team, but they didn't make the All-NBA team. Nobody was saying, hold up, where's Trae Young? Because it's only been a month. This is what I want to see. Again, win the championship, hey, you're a superstar. But if they lose this series, which I still think they will, mm-hmm. If they lose this series, what I want to see to elevate the great Trae Young, because he's great, to superstar, is I want to see next season, he'll put up his superstar numbers. He'll put up his 26, 27, and 9 or 10. He's going to do that. So I want to see him do that and win 50-plus games. Be a top 3 or 4 seed in the East, and then have a nice little playoff run. Don't have to get to the finals, but have a nice little playoff run. Do it for a sustained period of time. That's what I'm saying. I got to see a little bit more a little bit more of excellent individual play and team success before I say he's a superstar. Jimmy Butler was the bomb last year in the bubble. We all knew he wasn't a superstar. He beat Giannis in the playoffs. He battled LeBron in the finals, but nobody was saying, oh, he's a superstar. You have to have more of a sustained run, in my view.
That's not fair. That's not fair because we have labeled other players in the NBA superstars before they had a sustained run.
I'm talking about a season. That's it.
No, listen.
I ain't talking about 3 years.
So then so I ask you a question in CB. Is what we seeing real or is it a fluke?
I think it's real.
Okay, so you think it's real. So you think he could do this if healthy over the next...
the team, I'm not ready to say
not the team.
Next year they're going to be a favorite in the East.
Not the team, just Trae Young.
Individually, he's doing what he's always been doing. They're just starting to win.
He was a superstar in college, his first kid to lead the nation.
We ain't talking about college.
I know, but no, I am because he was a superstar back then.
17 dudes that were superstars in college that ain't doing nothing in the NBA.
That's not him, though.
So but that doesn't matter. With superstar in college, that's a whole different conversation.
I'm using that because it has translated to the league.
He wasn't a superstar 2 years ago.
No. It's translated to the league. Everybody needs an adjustment period. The first, I always say, 3 to 6 months in the NBA or your whole rookie season. Everyone needs an adjustment period. Every rookie can't come in and just blow up and put it up. But you can see that it's there. He is undersized, so he had to learn how to use his body. He's undersized. He had to learn how to start to draw the foul. He's undersized. He had to develop and make his floater better. Like, he was a superstar back. It just had to develop.
No, he wasn't a superstar.
I got him a superstar, bro.
He had the potential. He had the potential to be a superstar, and he clearly has it now. But his rookie year, he wasn't a superstar. He's a great rookie. Balled out, came in with 19 and 7 or 8.
Yeah, 19 and 8.
That.
Yeah, 19 and 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's balled.
Yeah.
But Nate McMillan is the difference.
Oh, of course. Oh, when Nate got that job,
Nate has helped him take it to the team level and teach them how to win. And so I'm with you. He's going to be a superstar. But I'm saying I want to see next year a sustained level of not only putting up numbers, but W's for me to call him a superstar.
Be sure to catch live editions of The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio and the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's Ben, host of the Fifth Hour with Ben Maller, along with my trusty sidekick, David Gascon. Would mean a lot to have you join us on our weekly auditory journey. You're asking, what in God's name is the Fifth Hour? I'll tell you, it's a spin-off of the Ben Maller Show, a cult hit overnights on FSR. Why should you listen? Picture, if you will, a world where we chat with captains of industry in media, sports, and more every week. Explore some amazing facts about human nature and more. Listen to the Fifth Hour with Ben Maller on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The incredible impact that Black culture and music have on the world speaks for itself. Even as we've transitioned to a new way of living, it's helped us to find meaning and celebration through it all. Ford wants to take a moment to give huge applause for the continuous influence of Black music. Music is a form of expression, and Black music takes that form to new levels. Singing through the pain and dancing in cheerful moments wouldn't be satisfied without the instrumentals and vocals that Black music provides us with. Ford wants to show our commitment to Black Americans and respect for the legacy they hold. Black music encourages others to express their truth and honor life's journey. Ford partnered with DJ D-Nice to discuss the legacy and future of Black music, what inspires him, and how he brought people together through the universal language of music during a pandemic. Ford is recognizing Black cultural moments like this throughout the year, especially this June for Black Music Month. When we remember, recognize, and respect, we all move forward. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough. The incredible impact that Black culture and music have on the world speaks for itself. Even as we've transitioned to a new way of living, it's helped us to find meaning and celebration through it all. Ford wants to take a moment to give huge applause for the continuous influence of Black music. Music is a form of expression, and Black music takes that form to new levels. Singing through the pain and dancing in cheerful moments wouldn't be satisfied without the instrumentals and vocals that Black music provides us with. Ford wants to show our commitment to Black Americans and respect for the legacy they hold. Black music encourages others to express their truth and honor life's journey. Ford partnered with DJ D-Nice to discuss the legacy and future of Black music, what inspires him, and how he brought people together through the universal language of music during a pandemic. Ford is recognizing Black cultural moments like this throughout the year, especially this June for Black Music Month. When we remember, recognize, and respect, we all move forward. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough.
Big game tonight. Really, I mean, it's do or die. Yeah. I mean, I get it that the Clippers have stared history in the face and said it don't matter. They've become the first team in NBA history to win multiple playoff series in the same postseason after trailing 0-2 in each series. But there is no way, especially without Kawhi Leonard, but even if they had Kawhi, there is no way I see them coming back from a 3-0 deficit. It's never been done in NBA history. And so they must win this game tonight. The Clippers host, they're at home against Phoenix. And I want to throw this out to you. I'm going to set the tone and paint the big picture. And then I want to hear I want your answer to this question.
Okay.
Now, Paul Pierce, we know he's been mocked and ridiculed for the last few seasons as pandemic P, way off P, playoff PU, all that, right? They're playing off his self-ordained nickname. That's what makes it bad for him, is that he gave himself the nickname of playoff P.
Yeah.
And when he hasn't delivered, people have teed off on him. But he was balling. He was shaming all of those folks. Mm-hmm. In the last 2 minutes of that game, too, he scored 9 points in 2.5 minutes. He went on a personal 6-2 run to give the Clippers the lead with 22 seconds left. And then he goes ahead as an 89% foul shooter this playoffs, 85% for his career, and misses 2 free throws that could have, at the very least, assured them of overtime, if not a victory. And it's all back to, Serge Ibaka, his teammate, was tweeting out questionnaires. Oh, y'all need to apologize to playoff P and all that. All right? And now it's only gotten worse. Shannon Sharp was on Undisputed calling him polyester P.
I saw.
Because he shrinks when the heat is on. I mean, it's gotten bad. So this is what I want to ask you, VJ. Mm-hmm. What does Paul George need to do to get rid of the nickname Pandemic P? To put all of that to bed and just be playoff P?
I think, actually, he's already gotten rid of the name Pandemic P, and I'm going to tell you why. He has been playing outstanding this entire postseason. He's averaging 27, 9, and 5. Took out Utah with no claw, shooting 45% from the field, 36% from the three, and 86% from the free throw line, doing it at 40 minutes a clip. The other night, this is what we do in media now, sports media now, is we break everything down. Everything has to be magnified and broken down to the millisecond. He had just hit a step back 18-footer from the right side of the circle to take the lead. He had just hit a big shot. Yes, he missed 2 free throws.
You hold on, VJ.
Yes, sir.
You can't just toss in. Yes, he missed 2 free throws. Like it was no big deal.
Because let me tell you,
when Trae Young last night had 2 turnovers. After his shimmy, he missed 5 straight shots and had 2 turnovers. But he redeemed himself.
Well, let me explain.
That wasn't just
this pandemic. No, it was because listen. What else did we say? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. What else do we say?
You got to come up with some type of definition that don't exist to justify that.
Phoenix did what? I mean, excuse me. Phoenix did what Phoenix was supposed to do. They won game 1 and won game 2 at home. Yes, Paul Pierce. Excuse me, P. You got me saying Paul Pierce. PG did miss the 2 free throws. I get that, but it does not take away from his success and how well he has been playing.
It does.
No, it does not.
It doesn't erase it. Hold on. It doesn't erase it. It doesn't mean he's a chump. No. But don't act like it doesn't take it away. This is a likely Hall of Famer. This is a perennial All-Star. Mm-hmm. This is an All-NBA player. Mm-hmm. This isn't Kevin Huerter.
I get that.
He's an 86% foul shooter.
Yeah. And
you can't miss those 2. I'm sorry.
And he missed 2 free.
Yes, the standards are high. And here's the thing, VJ. It wasn't like he was killing the whole game. He killed for that little stretch, which was great. It was enough. That overcame the struggles of the early parts of the game because he wasn't good in the first half.
That first half, he wasn't great. He wasn't great in the first half.
He wasn't good.
I give you that.
He was 4 for 13, something like that.
Yeah, he had a rough shooting night. But I was fine
with that erase. That's gone because he balled out and put him in position to win.
Exactly.
But I'm not one to kill you for missing a free throw here or there. But in that situation, if he's a 55% shooter, a 60% shooter, maybe. You're 86%.
And we're not,
when you miss both, that's choking.
Listen, and we're not even talking about this if everything doesn't have to be reviewed and Phoenix gets a timeout that they don't have that took 3 days for them to look at that play, for them to draw up that inbounds play. They can't run that play. They're not going to just call that play from the sideline and run that play. We're not even talking about. That's why I'm not mad at the free throws because there was so much going on in the last 30 seconds of that game that made me honestly look at the free throws like, you know what, he should have hit him. And I put it on my Twitter, I said it on my own show, you should have hit him, but you're down 0-2, you've been down 0-2. Phoenix did what they were supposed to do. We always say it. Now come home and make it right. If they go win games 3 and 4, we're not talking about this no more.
Oh, sure.
We're not.
It's no doubt.
It's 2-2.
No doubt.
It's
but
2-2 back to Phoenix.
Right now.
Well,
I give you that.
I think the pandemic level's gone.
An 86% foul shooter.
We've seen it before.
Missing 2 free throws in that situation is like a point guard dribbling up the court and having an 8-second violation before he gets to half court. or dribbling the ball off his foot when nobody's... I mean, seriously. And I'm not trying to... I mean, I get it that a guy will miss something here and there. But I'm just saying, that could have cost them the series. That could have cost them the series. And I'm not going to... If they lose it, I'm not going to rip Paul George. Paul George, like I said, I'm saying he's probably a Hall of Famer. So I'm giving him his love. But when you get that type of ranking, it comes with higher standards.
We've seen this before. Game 1, 97 finals, I want to say, 96, 97 finals. Karl Malone on the free throw line in United Center, game 1. What does he do? Misses those 2 free throws, which gives Jordan the opportunity to come back, hit the shot over Byron Russell with the Jordan fist pump, and the rest is history. We've seen great players that shoot. Does that make
it any better?
It doesn't make it any better, but it doesn't make it worse. You're trying to bury the guy.
It ain't like you said, oh, we've seen this before in a story with a good happy ending.
Well, we don't know what the ending. We don't know what the ending is. We don't know what the ending is yet, though, CB.
No, but that's right. So we're talking about right now.
Listen. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on my point.
If
the pandemic name's gone.
How?
Because he's playing great right now. Just because he missed 2 free throws doesn't erase the first 15 games of this playoff series, Chris.
He's had some struggles. He's played very well, but he was 4 for 17 against Utah in game 1.
Okay,
he was 5 for 15 against Dallas in game 6.
Okay.
Or 7.
Okay.
He was 6 for 15 in game 6. So I'm just saying, you acting like he been killing the whole time. He scored 20 plus the whole time.
That's not what I said, though. He's playing very well.
He's been playing awesome. He has not erased the nickname. Now, whether I call him that or not, I'm talking about other people are looking at him side-eyed, still questioning him.
But they always do that with PG. This is before. That's
why I asked you, what does he need to do to get that to stop? He hasn't stopped.
So what does he got to do? He's got to win it all?
I'm not even saying he's got to win it all. Because, honestly, without Kawhi, nobody's really expecting that. Was just saying make one of the two free throws. Ideally, both.
Both. No, he should have made both. I agree with that. He should have made both free throws, but I am not the guy.
He was 1 of 8 from 3 that game. You acting like he was Jordan in the 63-point game against Boston.
What I'm acting like is 27, 9, and 5 in 15 playoff games, carrying his team when Kawhi goes down, when the claw goes down, and everybody thinks that Utah series is over.
That was nice.
I'm talking about 45 from the field, 36 from 3. I'm talking about just the numbers in the games I'm watching.
But it ain't just the numbers at this level. It's about the critical moments of the game. Giannis is putting up, don't nobody put up better numbers than Giannis. If we just go by freaking numbers, Giannis is the best player in the world, and it ain't close. I can pencil Giannis in. No. In these playoffs, I can pencil Giannis Antetokounmpo in for 30-plus points and between 12 and 19 rebounds and 5 or 6 dimes. Pencil him in on 50+% shooting.
So then why don't we call him Pandemic Giannis then?
Well, Giannis gets criticism. I don't. I've said it. If they win the championship, Giannis still not the best player in the world.
Oh, of course not. No.
So I'm just saying, Giannis has his doubters. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Paul Pierce is not a great player, a perennial all-star player.
Paul George.
But Paul George. But I'm just saying that he has not erased that reputation that he struggles at times. Yes, everybody would acknowledge he has some very good games. And he has played well this postseason. But we ain't looking for playing well.
He was horrible in the bubble, though. He's playing so much better than he played in the bubble. You might be sold on
Pandemic P. I'm talking about way off P, playoff P. I'm talking about because he was getting criticized for his playoff performances before the bubble existed.
True. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Here's a problem
get rid of that.
Here's a problem with nicknames, though. You don't give kids. If you're listening out there, children, listen to the Big Vanilla right now. Only make nicknames for yourself if they're comical and people are going to giggle and go, "Oh, I like that." Don't give your names.
Vanilla funny.
Exactly. Don't give yourself nicknames like playoff P, Shaq and him said on TNT.
Yeah.
Look, Charles Barkley said himself. They don't call me Championship Chuck, and everybody yeah. I don't go around calling myself Championship Chuck. So I agree with. When you give yourself nicknames, bro, just make it funny or make it entertaining. Don't make it like, okay, you got some trophies around. Like if Mike said if Michael Jordan came out right now and said, y'all call me 6 rings from this point forward, most of us will go, okay. Like, okay, MJ wants to be 6 rings. Right. He's 6 rings. Exactly. So that part, I agree with you, the playoff P. But the question is the pandemic. He was horrible in the bubble. He was horrible with the pandemic.
Of the nicknames.
Yeah.
The bubble, okay, that's fine. He's certainly been much better than that.
Yes.
I'm just saying to get rid of those negative playoff feelings.
He's got to win this series. He's got to, and here's my final answer.
I think he just has to ball out.
Nah, he's got to. No, and I'll go deeper than that with you. You're giving him a little break there. For him to get rid of that label, I feel he's got to win this series.
Fox Sports Radio has the best sports talk lineup in the nation. Catch all of our shows at foxsportsradio.com. And within the iHeartRadio app, search FSR to listen live.
We are so close to all being together, we can sense it. From hearts beating out of our chest, baby scents that whisper, "I love you," to hugs and kisses from childhood. Because getting closer and closer together is priceless. Learn more about the COVID-19 vaccines at mastercard.us/getvaxsupport and start something priceless.
At Simple Mobile, you get the no contract advantage. Those other mobile companies make you think you're in control, but you're really not. They lure you in with shiny new phones and then lock you into long-term contracts. But Simple Mobile is different. You can get a 30-day plan starting at $25. You can also get the latest smartphones, or if you have a compatible phone you love, you can bring it. Just text BYOP, as in bring your own phone, to 611-611 to see if your phone is compatible. It's the reliability you need when you need it. All on a powerful nationwide 5G network with no mystery fees, no activation fees, and no contract. Ever. All for less money and no contract. Ever. 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 5G upload speed not yet available. Message and data rates may apply. Visit simplemobile.com/privacy policy for privacy policy. Service plan required for activation. Terms at simplemobile.com. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Steve Kerr came out today, was it, I believe, and gave Kevin Durant really high praise. Here it is.
You played with Michael Jordan, and
I know.
KD's.
I know. I think he's more gifted. I really do. I mean, that's saying something, but Kevin is entirely different breed. I mean, 6'11", with guard skills, unlimited three-point range, passing, shot blocking at the rim. It's just stunning. And watching him this year was really, really gratifying to see.
All right, Vij, I'm going to let you have first dibs at this one, man. What do you think of those comments?
I think what Steve Kerr's doing is what Steve Kerr has always done. Steve Kerr knows where his plants are watered. He knows where his bread is buttered. He knows, who made the greens in the potato salad at the cookout. He knows where to go to. He knows what to say. And I think what he's doing here is I don't want to use the word pacify, but he's bigging up his guy. He played with Jordan, yes, but this guy helped him win 2 championships as a coach and helped keep that thing rolling, Golden State. Now, with that being said, I think he's wrong. And it's not to just be on, Jordan, but yeah, 7-footer, can handle like a guard, can shoot. But Jordan had like that that I think people still question whether Durant has. He left Oklahoma City.
Well, you're talking about an intangible.
Yeah, exactly. An intangible, but a lot of times intangible will help you win championships in sports. And I think he can't catch that with Jordan. Jordan had the ultimate intangible, whether people liked it or not. He said in The Last Dance, if you don't want to lead that way, don't. But this is how I did it, and this is why I'm 6-0 in the finals. And I don't think Durant has that. I don't think Durant is the scorer. I mean, he's number 5 all time behind MJ, Will, Elgin, and the logo. Kevin Durant's at number 5 at 27 a night. Over his 27 a night over his career. So he's not the scorer Jordan was. Jordan's only a rebound or assist or 2 behind him, even in those categories. So I think Steve Kerr's just, kind of pacifying his guy. Who knows? Durant may end up back in Golden State if things don't work out in Brooklyn a year or two. Can he opt out after next season or something?
But I don't expect to see that.
We didn't expect to see him leave Oklahoma City for Golden State neither.
There's no way he's going back to Golden State.
I'll put wings on it.
Yo, we can put wings on that for sure.
If they don't,
if he doesn't go back to Golden State, you owe me wings?
Yeah. If they do, okay. but I'm telling you, it could be.
We up to Andy, brother.
Up to Andy then. I ain't scared.
You know what we bet around here.
I ain't scared. Oh, some
Jordans.
Man, first of all.
So if Kevin Durant never plays for the Warriors again, you going to buy me a pair of Jordans.
Hold on. First of all, I boycott Jordans. I don't wear Jordans anymore.
Stop. So I'll buy you some buddies. What you want? What you want?
So what?
Y'all, I don't know if you a little younger than me, but when I was coming up, it was buddies. They make your feet feel fine, buddies. Yeah. They cost $1.99. So if you want some of them, I can do that. I can do that.
I think if they get eliminated early next year in the playoffs, second round, either conference final, they don't make it to the finals. He will entertain the idea of going back to Golden State, and they would have open arms. And because I think Durant's built, I think Durant's built that way.
Why would he go back to Golden State?
Because he wants the accolades. He said it about leaving Oklahoma City. Here I am. I left. I did everything that LeBron did. LeBron left and went and got a team. I went and left and got a team.
LeBron went to Cleveland.
I know. No, Miami. I'm talking about when he went back to Miami. When he left Cleveland the first time, went to Miami. Durant has spoke openly about that. And this guy won, and he got all the accolades. I did the same thing, and then I beat him head-to-head twice. Why aren't you guys cheering for me? Those were Durant's words. He said that himself.
Point is, that's all well and good, but what does that have to do with him going back to Golden State?
Because he would want the more, because you left that you didn't get the rings and with the Nets, and he's going to need more than 2, right? Don't you think Durant's going to need more than 2?
I can't imagine he would go back to Golden State.
Just saying,
it just doesn't. I mean,
I'm pulling on a big branch.
If he can't get rings with James Harden and Kyrie Irving, then I'm not guaranteeing you're going to go back to Golden State and get rings.
I am. He go back to Golden State with still Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and whatever they may add, Wiggins, and whatever they may add. Listen, I don't like low-hanging fruit. You know me by now, Chris. I like to really leap out on my predictions. This is a huge...
You leaping out, bro.
Exactly.
You off the cliff. You in the water. You dead.
And imagine if I cash in, though.
All right, we will see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm gonna go, and I do think you're pretty right on Kerr and what he was trying to do. Yeah. Obviously, look, he's got to coach this guy in the Olympics. Yep. And he obviously wants it to be comfortable, and he wants the relationship to be restored. So I get all that. But I'm saying, here's what I'm going to say, bro. I think he didn't mean it this way, but it's an insult. Not to Michael Jordan, but to Kevin Durant.
Oh.
If you are more gifted than Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and I'm not saying he is, but I'm talking about Steve Kerr, then why in the world have you not accomplished half?
Yeah.
And that's not a figure of speech. Literally, you have not accomplished half of what Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan won 6 championships. Half would be 3. Kevin Durant's won 2. Michael Jordan won 10 scoring titles. Half would be 5. Kevin Durant's won 4.
Yep.
Michael Jordan won 5 MVPs. Half would be 2.5. I'll give you 2. All right.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's won 1. He literally, and I'm not saying he's half the player or not half the player Jordan is. Kevin Durant is an all-time great, top 15 player. The dude is bad. So I ain't throwing no shade at KD. But I'm saying, if he's more gifted than Michael Jordan, but you have not achieved half of what Jordan did, how many years has Durant played? Durant's played 12 years. Jordan played 15. We can really throw out Washington.
Of course.
He played 13 in Chicago. He was hurt 1 year. 1 year he was hurt. Another year he came back and played 18 games after baseball. So really he played 11 full seasons, but Durant's been hurt too. So just compare Chicago Jordan to this Durant. In basically the same amount of time, he has not achieved half of what Michael Jordan did.
Against harder.
And if that, then that is saying there is something missing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And you brought up the intangibles. That means Jordan had the intangibles in spades, and Kevin Durant's really lacking them. If Steve Kerr's right, I'm with you. I'm not saying he's more gifted than Jordan. No. But if you say he's more gifted than Jordan, then why in the world has he achieved so much less than Michael Jordan?
Because you can be gifted and still have some shortcomings. That's something else I wanted to pinpoint this too. Steve Kerr's so smart. Look at the adjective that he used. Gifted. Didn't say talented. Didn't say better. Didn't say, right. I mean.
It's very vague.
It's very vague. Very exactly. You could just say gift. VJ Vernon, he's gifted at sports. There's so much open. Then somebody can come in and then you can let whoever you want to let pick apart. But I think Kevin Durant is thin-skinned enough to look at this and go, oh, okay, cool, yeah, oh, that's right. My old coach called me more gifted than Michael. Not really even digging deeper into the thing. Like I said, Steve Kerr knew what he was doing. This was perfectly planned, and that word gifted was very smart for him to use that word.
Yeah, and like you said, it's very vague.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just look at it. Now, Kevin Durant, yes, he's a 7-footer who has a silky smooth jump shot and got major handle. You know, he's not one of the best ball handlers in the league, but he's got really good handle for a guy that size. He can get to wherever he wants to go.
Yeah.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo is more athletic. Same size or actually bigger and more athletic. Shaq was, I could argue Shaq was as gifted. Like Kevin Durant's gifted in the jump shot, which obviously took a lot of hard work. Like that, you didn't just come out of the crib shooting jumpers. I do think certain people, for some reason, have, you know, they may have more of a, you know, whether it's hand-eye coordination or touch or whatever it is. Some people just have a gift for that. But you, no matter what your gift is for it, you still have to work really hard at it.
Absolutely.
So Kevin Durant, his best asset is something he just worked at. Was that a gift? Gifts to me are speed, quickness, coordination, jumping ability, height. Now, he's got the height. That's a gift.
Yeah.
But he's, again, not the most athletic 7-footer. Athletic, no doubt. But, you know, not wowing you with his athleticism.
Yeah.
You know, he can jump, yes. But guys jump higher.
He's not a leaper.
Yeah,
he could jump, but you wouldn't categorize him as a leaper.
Right. So I'm just wondering, the gift, Kevin Durant has worked hard to develop that jump shot from day one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that that's a gift. So, I mean, Shaq is really gifted. Shaq is 7 feet and huge, like hefty.
Yeah.
But yet, you remember him in Orlando?
Of course.
Major league athleticism. You know, strength. I mean, Shaq could do a lot that he didn't show. Shaq could, if Shaq played today, he could be a perimeter, you know, do some things on the perimeter. I mean, he did have those skills, and he would have worked on them to have him at an even higher level if he played
Shaq
today.
Or the Orlando Shaq?
Well, but I mean, Orlando, but I'm saying if it was the same league, if it was the league today and Shaq was playing in it, we wouldn't have seen Lakers Shaq. We'd have seen bits and pieces of it, but he would also shot jumpers.
Yeah.
He would have handled, you know, because we've seen him in Orlando push the ball up in transition.
Mm-hmm.
People laughed about it, and he joked about it because it was just unusual at that time. But he was gifted. Wilt Chamberlain was gifted. I mean, you know, you're right. Gifted is just a very vague term that could mean anything. But I'm just saying, like, if Kevin Durant's that much more gifted than Michael Jordan, it's insulting because he hasn't done half of what Jordan did.
And another thing about this, because my mind just goes deep with certain topics when it came out. When I first read this, and you know Pippen's got a book coming out, I'm like, hold up, man. Why is everybody taking shots at is this the time where now
at
we
Kevin
turn?
Durant?
No,
at Michael Jordan.
At Michael Jordan. It's like, is this the time where we turn? Because of course, the headline is Steve Kerr, you know, Durant more gifted than MJ. You know how media does. They got to put the headline up there. So draws that Scottie Pippen's book's coming out, and all the excerpts are, you know, there wouldn't have been nothing without him. He didn't feel like he had Jordan had his back, and blah 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 blah. I'm sure there's a lot more in the book which I'm gonna buy and read. But it's just funny to me. It's like, man, we waited, didn't have no sports last year. ESPN pushed up the document for us to get The Last Dance, and then we started picking Jordan apart from episode 1, and now we got this, and then. And my mind just went there like, God, is this the era now where we built Jordan up? Is this the tear down? Because the tear downs never come, right? We build him up to tear him down. That's society. I'm like, man, is this the tear down part? You know,
I don't think so. I don't think anybody's buying the tear down.
I hope not.
But Kevin Durant, awesome player, great career already, and still more to do. But more gifted than MJ. I don't know.
You said top 15. I'm
not going there.
You got him. You got a top 15 all time.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep. Yep.
I got him top 25. I don't know about top 15.
Wow, 25.
Yeah. Yes. Chris, you and I've had top 10 discussions. You know, I try to take my heart. I really try to take my heart and my love out of it and just look at basketball over the eras just for what it is. I really do try to take my heart out of it, man, especially being on a professional level, and just say, no, I don't think this guy's there. I got him here. This is why I pay homage to a lot of older guys, because I think we forget about a lot of older guys because we're accustomed to just loving what we see now. And if you ask somebody, what's your top 10 now, they'll name you 5 players that played in the last 15 years.
No one really tries to be unsafe online.
Enter address for free tater tots.
But every time you give up info and privacy...
So I gave your birth date for free parking.
That's how I got this robe.
You may give up some safety too. Norton 360 with LifeLock has device security, a VPN for online privacy, and identity theft protection, all in one. No one can prevent all cybercrime or identity theft, but you can save 25% or more off your first year. Opt into cyber safety at norton.com/news.
Hey friends, I'm Janet Varney, and I was the voice of Korra on The Legend of Korra.
And I'm Dante Bosco, the voice of Zuko on The Last Airbender and General Iroh on The Legend of Korra.
And we're your hosts for Braving the Elements, Nickelodeon's podcast celebrating all things Avatarverse.
We'll recap and discuss every episode of The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. But the podcast is so much more than that.
We have amazing guests from all aspects of the series, from the creators to the cast to the other creative and brilliant minds behind all the things that make this universe so special.
Is it rude that whenever they describe a hybrid animal, I think about if it would be delicious or not?
Listen, I got the fire inside. Sugi got the fire inside that will never, ever die.
Whether you're a bender or a non-bender, everybody's welcome, even if you're not from the Fire Nation. So come hang out with us in the Avatarverse.
Listen to Avatar Braving the Elements on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Will you go penguin sledding with me?